Welcome to this BluHorn video on unrated radio worksheets. For the sake of this video, all information you'll see is completely fictional. We're already inside of a radio worksheet, unrated, within a campaign. This can be created in any campaign type, and multiple unrated radio worksheets can be created in any campaign. Like all other worksheets, they only need to be separated by market. Inside of the radio worksheet, you'll see we have some information already populated. As a quick reminder, you can use the caret on the left-hand side of the screen to shrink up your left-hand menu bar and buy more real estate on the screen. You can see that in the top half, the pre-buy worksheet is similar to other worksheet types. Your campaign and worksheet information is at the top. Weekly summary and monthly summaries are available based on the flight dates that you've set. Overall totals appear in the summary on the worksheet left-hand side, as well as a breakout. BluHorn defaults to the D, which stands for day part summary. This will summarize your line information by day part. This utilizes the column for day part code, which you have had to select for each line item unless it was imported in your avail. As a reminder, you can switch to our grid layout or use manage data to make quick drag and drop changes. But again, whatever is selected here is how your day parts will break out in the summary. This allows you to track how many GRPs or dollars and spots that you have by day part. You can switch this to the S, which stands for station. This will pull the station information from the station column. This is not automatically populated in unrated radio worksheets like this, so you will need to fill this information in. It's completely customizable, so you can call it the station name, you can call it a station nickname or moniker, or you can use any information or combination that you'd like. This will then create the station name headers that will provide your summaries. F on the summary side stands for full, which will pull first by day part code, and then scrolling down, you'll see each stations. As a reminder, BluHorn will automatically default you to the D for day part summary. Looking at line items, every line allows you to select a day part code, your vendor based on the vendor set up in your worksheet. The station column is customizable, time period, which is also customizable, and as a reminder, you can easily enter quick numbers that will automatically format to the correct time format. The program name is customizable as well and can be changed to whatever program name that you might be buying, or simple naming of the day part. You can also leave this blank. Select your days of the week, as well as the duration, your rate, and your AQH rating. The AQH rating will allow you to populate your GRPs, reach and frequency in the top and side summaries as you enter spot totals. There's also a place for cum and thousands, which will calculate your cost per thousand if you enter those fields. As a reminder, you can remove columns from your worksheet in the station order dropdown if you don't want to see them. There's also a place for all of your secondary demographic information. If you're not using a secondary demographic, you can also remove those columns as well. As you scroll across and start to enter your worksheet weeks and spot totals by week, you can see that things change in the top summaries and on the side based on what you enter. As you add more spots, unrated and unrated lines, your totals will update. You can also put in comments by line and these will appear in red underneath each insertion order line. You can easily copy lines and have them populate within the worksheet by clicking the copy button. You can do as many as you'd like at a time, and you can scroll to the top to save worksheet or the bottom to save worksheet, and it will populate those copied lines in your sheet as a duplicate. This is the only time, aside from using the delete function, which in the same way will delete lines from your sheet if you check the boxes and then click Save at the top or the bottom. You can use the bold line item as well. This is a great way to draw attention to a rep for changes to a line item. If you click bold, that particular line item will appear in bold on the insertion order that you send or create. If you have a secondary demographic and you'd like to see the differences quickly, you can scroll up to the top to your pre-buy worksheet and toggle back and forth between primary and secondary demographics. In this example, we did not set a secondary demo, so you can see that these are all zeroed out. As a reminder, when you're done, you can also watch our videos on how to send or create an order, but the drop-down menu for station order is where you select the vendor's order that you'd like to create. Again, this is where you can show or hide columns below on the worksheet. You can choose fields to print on your station order, and you can add comments or traffic instructions. You're viewing this in a traditional layout, and if you'd like to switch to our grid layout, or if you want to make any changes to your worksheet, use the blue Edit Worksheet button. This will take you to a separate menu to make quick changes to your worksheet. Here you can change the name of your worksheet, as well as make changes to the vendors or reps that you have selected. You can set a GRP goal, set a different primary or secondary demographic, make changes to your commission structure, toggle over to the grid layout, or set your freeze columns. These are all changes that you set up when you initially create your worksheet, but this is the quick way to make changes once the worksheet's created. If you've made any changes, you just hit save and you'll go back into your worksheet that you were in previously. Again, refer to BluHorn.com for videos on how to send an order, how to customize your worksheet view, and any other videos on our different worksheet types, included ratings and rated worksheets for radio and television. Thank you.